The new viral TikTok trend that some users are calling a money glitch or free money hack. It's actually having some serious consequences. Here's what it is. It involves people depositing fraudulent checks into their Chase bank accounts and withdrawing the money before it's flagged. Well, that's actually fraud. For more on this and how it started online, let's bring in NBC News culture and trend.
Online? Let's be specific. This started on TikTok. The TikTok app and or website, mostly the app is what people use it on. And this is a different subset of the internet. It's a different type of human being that uses TikTok all the time, because there are plenty of people that don't use TikTok all the time. So let's just differentiate that, because this wasn't going viral on YouTube, on Reels, on Instagram Reels, on Facebook, although I don't frequent it to know. But it also is not going viral on Twitter and many other sites. This is specific to TikTok alone where it went viral, all right?
And reporter Callan Rosenbach. Callan, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see you. So how did something that is actually fraud turn into this trend or something viral? When did this glitch start getting all these views?
Yeah. Let's see.
Good morning, Savannah. So at the end of August, so just a few days ago, people began saying that they had found a quote-unquote loophole at Chase banks where they were depositing checks basically in their...
Wow. He tried to deposit an $80,000 check and they only said he got 100 available immediately. That already says that your bank does not trust you. When they give you that small of a percentage, out of 80,000, they said they're only giving you $100. That's a fraction of what you put in. You know, when I deposit a check, I usually get it mostly all the way cleared, if not fully cleared. Many of my checks fully clear immediately when I put them in. It's not even dispute. I've been with my bank for a long time and I've never defrauded them or passed bad checks through or even had any issues. Maybe a few overdrafts, and those are few and far between. So, you know, like, this is a red flag by itself that this person is depositing 80 grand, because I'm pretty sure they never have.
Own name, depositing it into their own account. And these were checks for,
their own accounts.
Amounts, $30,000, $40,000. And they were saying that, you know, Chase will basically front that money while they wait for the check to clear. And so people are withdrawing the money from these fraudulent checks, and they called it a money glitch. What they didn't realize is that they were going to have to pay that money back when the check inevitably bounced. And so it wasn't a money glitch. This is actually check fraud. And Chase actually released a statement saying, please don't do this. This is not a glitch. This is fraud. And, you know, they're aware of the situation and they're trying to handle it to the best of their abilities.
What are the consequences for someone who does something like this?
Well, they're
depends on who does it.
They don't find themselves in legal trouble and find themselves, you know, facing a case with Chase in the court of law. They're going to be on the hook for a lot of money. In some cases, which we haven't verified whether they're legitimate or not, but some cases people have claimed that they owe $10,000, $30,000, and they're going to owe all this money back to Chase. So there's one, the aspect of committing check fraud, which is going to be obviously a criminal offense. But then there's the other aspect of this, which is you're now going to owe all this money that you know, reportedly deposited into your account and that you don't have to cover.
Callan, I know in addition to this becoming this trend, this whole glitch thing kind of getting some views online, there's also a big pile on to set the record straight in this particular instance, right?
Yes, there is. On TikTok, there are many videos in which people are saying, this is not a loophole. This is a crime. And, you know, there's a lot of people saying, like...
You know, here's the problem. It's like somebody... cutting you across your chest with a machete and then saying, I'll stitch you up. Like, y'all are the same people that caused the problem. Now you're trying to fix the problem after the problem's got out of hand. So this community is basically like eating each other alive, right? They're like a species that will cannibalize each other, right? And then they try to fix everything after the fact, but you could have prevented it from happening in the first place. But you spread this toxicity, and let's be honest, a lot of these are people that are just not very knowledgeable about many things. And they put themselves in these situations, and then they go on the internet and cry about all the injustices and all of the problems and headwinds that they face constantly throughout their lives. But they put themselves in a position to fail almost at every opportunity given, and are always trying to take the easy way out instead of not taking shortcuts and doing things the correct way. So, I mean, like, honestly, oh yeah, there's people on there trying to help people out. Well, where were these people at before? Why are they only trying to help out after it's already at a fever pitch, when you could have prevented it from getting to that point in the beginning?
Please don't do this. This is fraud. I think fraud. A lot of people were just unaware, or maybe it's younger people who are, just getting their first bank accounts, who are just sort of learning how to spend and save money, who thought, oh, this is a way to get fast cash. And their fellow TikTokers are saying, that's not the case.
No, their fellow TikTokers are not saying that's the case. And honestly, like, you're saying young people just got their accounts, but who was teaching them in the first place as far as when they got their accounts to have behavior like this? And, it's unacceptable.
Please don't do this.
Yeah, definitely not any type of glitch. It's just how it works as checks are being processed. Okay. Galen, thank you very much. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's not any type of glitch. So, now we're at a point where, these people are having their accounts negative, and, like, honestly, really all they should have to do is just redeposit the money that they took out. They might have an overdraft fee, but overdraft fees are based off the single transaction. So if you overdraft $10,000, the overdraft fee is still $35. If you overdraft 95 cents, the overdraft fee is still $35. It's a flat fee for each one that you do. So if you have if you overdraft 5 times for $5 each, you're going to have 35 times 5 in overdraft fees. However, that fee's flat no matter what the cost is. So, really all they got to do is just put the money back, and that'll be that. I don't think Chase wants to lose a whole bunch of customers, although this, like I said, is a small percentage of people that would do something that's stupid. So, I mean, like, honestly, and there's a whole bunch of videos floating around. I don't want to play these people and, give them the clout that they're chasing, just because it's ridiculous, y'all. Like, I honestly don't really understand how we get to this point, with people. I mean, this is just common sense. Now, I will say this. If you look at the way that we have been as a human race, there's always been these people that are going to do the dumbest things. That's why the news thrives in the way that it does. The news doesn't thrive off of positivity. Mixing my words up. It doesn't thrive off of positivity. It thrives off of negativity, right? And that's what this is. Now, we give these TikTokers all these friendly names. Oh, it's viral. It's a glitch. It's a trend. And that's not what it is. This is awful stupidity and dumb. And, TikTok's going through all of its own issues as far as, who it's owned by and people trying to kind of regulate it. But I don't mind TikTok, honestly. I think it's actually a good platform because it allows us to see what type of people we have in the world so we can, move accordingly. And, these people are always going to keep themselves in a perpetual state of, I guess you could call it a doom loop or a continuous cycle of making the wrong decisions over and over and not taking any accountability for it. So I really don't got much for this. We can go on an undirected perspective. I think we'll stay light for this just because I don't think anything's going to happen to these people. Like, if anything, they're going to blame Chase. And like, can we be done with checks? Like, overall, I'm done with checks. I don't like them. I think that I've never written a check in my entire life, ever. I've received them, but I've never written one. I've never had any reason to write one. And if I need to pay somebody, I'm going to do it through direct deposit. That's it. You know, I was talking to this one guy. He was training me into a sport that I was officiating. I mean, old guy, right? Like, it's like 1,000 years old. And he had a flip phone. Because I tried to ask him something. I was like, can I send you a video or something? I asked him if I could send him a video or something like that of a play I wanted him to look at and then review. And he was like, I can't receive videos on my phone. And I was like, what are you talking about? He pulls out his phone and he's like, and he flips out a phone. And then he was like, yeah, I get 400 minutes and it usually lasts me for about 3 months. And I was just wondering, I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I was like, you get 400 minutes a month? And he was like, no, I get 400 minutes and it lasts me for 3 months. And he was like, I don't get any, you know, I don't use email on there. Just a regular flip phone, right? And he actually had, he can't even get text on there. It's just calls only, 400 minutes a month. And he just uses it till the minutes run out, and then he refills it with another 400 minutes. So it's not even a monthly plan. He just buys, I guess, a minute card that's, I guess, $40 or however much it is, and that's it. He's like, that's it as far as communication. You want to talk to me? Call me. And I was just like, all right, well, cool. So there's still those people out there that, you know, will still continue to use checks, but checks are dinosaur. They're stupid, and that's just how I feel about it. I could be wrong, but I doubt I am, and I'm pretty sure within the next 20 years they'll be completely obsolete, 100%. And that's pretty much that. But anyways, I'm not going to get into the whole thing about all this TikTok stuff or this check fraud stuff, because that's not really the point of this video. It's more or less just to acknowledge it and move on from it as fast as possible. So that's why this is a short video in comparison to what I usually do. And I appreciate y'all, team. Y'all are the best audience on YouTube, on the whole entire internet. And I appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. And I don't know. It's nice outside. Y'all go for a run. I think I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to go jog. Sounds fun.